Welcome back, family and friends, haters and foes, strippers and hoes. Welcome to
Period.
another episode of What Is My Life, the podcast. We have not abandoned you. We have kept our promises and we are back and we are better. So it's your girl, Amira, the hostess with the mostest for those of you who are new here.
Court. Um, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Yeah.
Okay. Hi guys, it's Marina. I'm doing my best this week.
Taser, present.
Hi everyone, it's Nirisha. I'm here, um, and we're all here, and welcome back.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
And welcome
Yeah.
back.
Full cast
So,
episode.
full cast episode. What a special treat for you all. We have decided that we are standing 10 toes down in our new format. So we're going to start with a What is My Life story. That is going to be presented by either you, if you've DM'd us or emailed us, or it'll be presented by us if we have some crazy shit to share with y'all. I'm going to go first. So I almost died, y'all. Okay. The
No cap.
Lord was calling me home.
No cap.
Um, I was just bleeding, like literally damn near hemorrhaging, for almost a week. And as you all know, I'm sure, as a Black woman, I had to advocate for myself in order to get the appropriate care that I needed before I died. Um, Everything is fine now, obviously. My surgery for my fibroids has been moved up, so they will be getting removed in March instead of April like originally planned. I'm excited about that. I want these motherfuckers removed. They need to evacuate. And so I'm hoping that once they're gone, I'll have better periods. I'll be an easy breezy, beautiful cover girl after that, hopefully. But it was really crazy. Like, I what was this on Saturday? Like Saturday night, I started bleeding. And at first, it was like random. It was just kind of like, oh, there's a little blood. What's happening? No biggie. Went to sleep, woke up Sunday, still not a big deal. Wasn't really bleeding. And I was like, oh, okay, it must have been a fluke. Took a nap on Sunday, woke back up, and all hell broke loose. I literally just felt so weak and delusional. Still wasn't really bleeding like that, but I could tell I felt different. And I was like, what the fuck going on? But I was like, I'll be okay. Went to sleep, put some period draws on, like just in case I leak throughout the night. I don't know what's going on with my body. But then I wake up on Monday and it's just coming out of me like lava, okay? I'm just clotting blood everywhere all the way. So I'm like, okay, I need to do something. It's very much something. So I schedule an appointment. The soonest I can get in is obviously Tuesday. I go on Tuesday, and by that time, I have been bleeding heavily for 2 days, so I'm weak. They give me a pap smear basically and was like, everything looks fine down there, girl. So I'm sure this is just the fibroids. So we can give you some medication to stop the bleeding, but it's just a Band-Aid. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm not really interested in the Band-Aid. It could be the fibroids, but it also could not be. So figure it the fuck out. Tell me what's going on with me because I'm freaking out. Now this is Tuesday. Here comes Wednesday, still bleeding, like literally so much blood. It's crazy. Thursday, I get a follow-up appointment because I'm like, y'all need to figure it out fast before I slap somebody in here. So on Thursday, I go in, and by that time, I'm really weak, like can't even barely coherent. And they give me an ultrasound. They do some blood work. And the surgeon comes to see me and she was like, oh my God, you are not the same girl I met for your pre-op appointment. I am so worried about you. She's like, why did you schedule your surgery all the way in April? I said, hey, mama, the surgery scheduler said that that's when the next appointment you had available. And she was like, well, I'm going to call her and see if we can move you up. She's like, oh, this is so dangerous. Like, obviously, girl. But so grateful for her. She's a sweetie pie. But I was just like, that just tells you how far like doctors and surgeons are removed from obviously the administrative portion of things. Cause she thinking that I schedule it because of my time. No, babe, I scheduled it because of your time. You're booked and busy. So the results come back immediately. On Friday, they're like, whoa, hey, you're obviously anemic, which I knew, I'm always cold. But I was like this close to needing a blood transfusion. So your hemoglobin levels and your blood levels or whatever need to be below an 8 or below to need a blood transfusion. I was at a 9.3. I was so close. But also I have a rare blood type. So it's like, hey, mommy, you can't just be offering people blood transfusions if you don't have that blood available. So thankfully, with a concoction of vitamins and herbs and the medication that I finally started taking, the blood has stopped. So I'm happy about that. I'm back and better. I'm not feeling weak or disoriented anymore. I'm feeling good. So that was obviously a scary time. So it's take care of your health, girlies. Get your checkups and make sure you're advocating for yourself. Don't be like, oh, it's not a big deal, I'll sleep it off, or oh, I'll take care of it. No, you need to see that lady and not the therapist this time. You need to see the doctor. You need to get your checkups and you need to make sure that they do what they say. You need to also be Dr. Gray. You might have to Google some shit, read a few books so that you're knowing what questions to ask. I know it was probably hard for my partner because he was flustered. He don't even ask questions at his own doctor's appointment. So he was like, he went to these appointments with me and he's freaking out and he's like, what are we supposed to ask? And I'm just like, I'm bleeding out. I don't know what to tell you right now. I can't even think straight. Hopefully you and the doctor talk it out.
Listen,
So
go in
crazy.
there. You got to go in there the first time, like you 10 seconds from your deathbed. Not wait until you 10 seconds from your deathbed. Because that's how
No,
they treat
literally.
you.
Right.
That's how they treat you.
But yeah, that was enough gabbing for me, girls. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Girl,
A lot.
we're happy to be chatting with you here today.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Yeah.
I'm happy to be
Because
here.
there was a moment where I
Liberation of
was
the
like,
podcast.
okay, so the podcast isn't happening this week. Like, if you couldn't be
No.
here, like,
no,
we're not doing full episodes with no.
Right.
No,
And we
child,
would
y'all was
be-
gonna be
Basically,
planning the memorial service, okay?
No, child, we would have been booking a flight. It was
hear
getting
me?
Okay.
That
it was
part.
getting
you know,
treacherous.
I'd have been in the vehicle because
Oh, you know
flights-
what?
speaking of
Actually,
flights.
speaking of shit, you should know. I
That
know we
crossed my
said
mind, but I didn't want to freak everybody out. You know,
You're right, and I don't want to spread
But-
misinformation.
yeah. Just let us know if y'all listen to this episode. Are y'all getting on these planes still?
Here's
or
what I
no?
will
No,
say.
we actually need to post that video.
See.
That who sent that video in the chat?
What?
Of that lady putting that damn blessed oil on that plane.
Oh,
me.
yeah.
She said- and you know what's so funny? He's like, I pray before every flight. It doesn't matter if I have a layover. And that has been before this. And so I'm just like, and this is why I have made it this far, and I will continue as such. This is my ritual. I like never stray from it. It's 3 prayers, and every time.
Amen.
If I'm taking 10 flights that day, it's 10 times.
Right.
But here's what I would
Period.
say. This is right. Shit you should know. Y'all, I was on the way to Arizona when the Arizona plane crash happened, and share your flight information with your family because they will be blowing up your partner to see if that was
Oh,
the
they
flight she
were
was on. And he's like, she's
hysterical.
texting me right now. There's Wi-Fi on the plane. That's not
Yes.
her.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
share the flight information with the folks who want it because goddamn it,
Listen.
my sister and my mama was acting like I
Man.
went down.
I'm telling you that they were right about that. Don't get so hot in the tail that you think you can just hop on a plane and
Yeah.
not tell
Facts.
nobody where you're going.
100%.
Facts. And there's a hack to do that. It's like a hashtag SW, and then you put the flight number, something like that, and I can pull up on your phone. Okay, question I have for y'all. Since we talking about these flights, the Delta plane that flipped over said they would give
It's not
people
enough.
It's not enough.
It's not
Okay.
enough.
$30,000. Would y'all
That's
take it?
lifetime damage.
That's a joke.
Absolutely not.
And no, and I saw a response, and they are this is so they can't sue them. So you know there was going to come a contract with that. You cannot sue me at a later date if your back hurts in 10 years. Don't
Right.
you? B, you owe me at least $1 million and a lifetime of free flights.
I seen that one too.
Period.
Yeah, I don't. We
Period.
don't. We
For
don't.
me and
we,
2 family members.
Non-negotiable.
And two,
I'm not even trying to get. I'm not even trying to get tied up in court. You know, we can definitely settle this for a cool $1 million cash.
Million minimum.
And I need lifetime family Delta One. You know,
right.
I mean, y'all
Lounge
can hook it up.
everything.
You're going to hook it up on the airline
Lounge.
level. Let
First
us
class.
not, because I'm gonna have to get back on the plane like after we get this therapy situated.
Right, right.
Correct.
So yeah, $1 million in a
How
lifetime
does the
Delta
plane
One.
even land upside down?
Okay, so I saw something about this, and somebody was saying, a former pilot, that they had some type of issue with the flaps. And when the flaps don't do a certain thing in certain conditions, the aerodynamics of it is very dangerous. And so the plane was not able to get the appropriate drag that it needed from the I mean, he said aerodynamics is crazy. Like when you start thinking about a plane and then the wind and like all the things that are going on. So he said that's probably how it happened.
Shit. You
like
can see that as simple as making a paper plane. If you fold that flap that bitch the right way, the wrong way, it's going to flutter.
This is stressing me out because when I get on a plane, I shouldn't be thinking about nothing but my destination. I can't wait till I get there, take these clothes off. I can't wait to go to X
you don't ever be
restaurant.
up there and be like, we are in the motherfucking sky.
I do.
No.
And I
sometimes I be sitting up there and I be like, wow, this plane is in the sky. Wow. I mean, look at
it's in the sky.
It's heavy.
It's
and
right
the
here.
Plane in the sky because I have my little edible before I get on that plane.
The sky is right here.
No,
we're 30,000 feet
lifted.
And like so the science of it all doesn't even make sense.
We're equally high. The aerodynamics of me and the plane, we're working in unison.
Sometimes that's a bad idea. If you use too much turbulent, now you panicking on that.
Correct.
No, I don't even, girl.
I'm not.
The
panicking.
Airport is so terrible these days that it doesn't even matter what you do. By the time you get to the TSA, you're like, wow, this again.
This again.
Horrible. I will say that
y'all need pre-check, okay? If you ain't got it,
please get it.
Please,
that's really we're in 2025, kids, and this is not to shame you. This is a safe space, but I am going to let you know.
Sister, by the way, you're talking to your sister.
Yeah,
by the way.
I'm not shaming you.
That.
This is a safe space. I love you so much.
If you're going out of the country, babe, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this.
When I hold it,
you need global entry, baby.
You need it.
When you get back to Atlanta at 11:39 p.m. and they're carting 5,000 people through customs at one time, and you have to do it to get back in the country. I mean, you will be in the airport if you don't go through the line. Yeah, it's get global entry. That's next on my list.
It shows you as well, like what the cultural difference is when you travel to different countries. Because when we made it to France, and this was our layover when we went to Egypt, and the way that people in Europe, obviously, they move on a different time. It's their time. They're moving slower. When I tell you they didn't give a fuck, they don't have no sense of urgency. They said, "Hey, girl, you can ship down to your drawers for all I care, but we're gonna take our time." I want to get out of here and I want to get to my hotel stat.
Americans.
Speed this up.
Americans.
So you need that global entry because I'm really tired. And then they also check everything very carefully in Charles de Gaulle, okay? They said, "Hey, girl, what is this? What is this? Is this hand sanitizer? Let me just..." Okay, it is. You're right. Let me screw it back on. Sir, give me my damn Purell. Now you contaminated it.
Trying to get a free hit off of this if I'm trafficking.
Oh, shot literally,
and that's gonna cost you.
Literally, they're not playing with y'all asses. So get that global entry. Also, to Courtney's point, I do as well pray before we take flights, before we go on any trip. But because of all the things that have been going on, I had to go in my stash. And I had to take it back. And you know, my baby has a white mama, so I know he hasn't experienced this, but I had to slather him in blessed oil that I have made and laid my hands on it before he got on that plane for his work trip. Because I said, ain't no way.
Okay.
It's too much going
on. Do y'all have y'all developed a fear of flying? Like, are you done, or is it just like it's in the Lord's hand?
I've seen this TikTok. Okay, I'm back on TikTok, by the way. Yeah, it's just
we know.
Shit happens.
Okay.
Fuck it. You know what I mean? Live in here. I live in America. Anyway, but this lady said, she was like, "I hope y'all know
the
plane's been crashing. It's just right now, because of the climate and who is also in office, it's more televised. They're trying to scare us."
Also, I think somebody said that the issue in DC, while very tragic, it actually, that was an unlisted military flight. So it wasn't on the actual FAA radar or whatever. Wow. So it wasn't normal comms for the system that's normally in place. And even prior to Trump taking office, they had already been dealing with critical staffing issues that are hitting lots of areas in the federal government because these are highly specialized jobs. People are getting old, sick, retiring. We had a pandemic that just killed a bunch of seniors and a bunch of other people. And so they had already been having issues anyway prior to this just like happening overnight. So people do need to remember that.
It's not necessarily correlated, because that's always out. Part of me was like, log out, don't care. Other part of me was like, oh, maybe you should know. Like, instead of just being scared, maybe you should actually know what the hell is going on. But is it related or tied to his presidency in any way?
Not that
y'all know.
I know that they are targeting the FAA. Is that what that is? The
Federal
Aviation Authority.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure I'm citing the right agency. I thought so.
He did fire a bunch of them. Yeah.
So, but I don't think, though. Again, just because two things happen at the same time, don't mean that one caused the other. But
yeah, and like someone said, like also it's like the phenomena of like similar to what Tasia was saying, but once you start seeing, it's like, okay, you see a silver car, a silver buggy, now you keep seeing a silver buggy, like similar with like, yeah, you like, so now that one plane is crashing, another plane crashed, we're just keep focusing on it, but if you look at the actual stats, like it's
still
not
safe.
It would help people too. Like if you have anybody in your life that actually works in the aviation industry, just have a conversation with them. Like there are thousands and thousands of commercial flights every hour that take off and land safely. And we also know that it's dangerous to get in a car. Like, I mean, some days I'm more anxious about driving than not. And I think that's how I feel about planes,
in Milwaukee.
Child, you
have
have to be on your P's and Q's.
And I understand that, but I'm just like, how many planes land upside down is the question. Upside down is different than tough landing.
Have you flown recently?
Hell no.
Okay, so it's been like the turbulence.
Windy, it's been windy and turbulent.
Yeah.
Like it has been really nasty in the skies. Like, and I've never been one to play around on a plane because, again, like I just said, like the universe is literally right here, and you don't have your seatbelt. You don't have your seatbelt on. You ain't listening to the flight attendant. No, you want the plane to go down because you listen to the safety demonstration, right?
Listen. What they say at
Baby,
this
I'll
rate,
be asleep.
at this
You better
rate,
Me with my headphones.
You
At
better
this
hope
rate.
I get my oxygen mask on, and I can help you. That's all I can say.
what they say at this rate, I might need to help the people in the exit row. I just might.
Child,
want to pay attention.
screaming.
We
No, but if you have,
do
you
a
know, a
whole
flight
carousel
attendant,
post
you know,
on that. This shit's funny.
let them calm you down. But
Period.
the airlines do a good enough job of keeping people off the planes with the damn prices.
And they do.
TBH.
The prices are unreal.
Crazy. Insane.
As Marina said, we will be on a road trip.
Hello.
Okay.
And it's a good time.
And it is a good time.
I don't
Well,
actually love road trips, but
Me either. I hate them,
But they work.
King.
You get from point A to point B, child. That's the only thing
They
I
get
can
the
say
job
about
done.
a road trip.
They
That's
get the
it.
job done.
You get there. I can promise you that.
Absolutely.
And the last thing,
Another motherfucking thing.
Another motherfucking thing. As Amir tries to transition us.
funny, honestly. No, but I really want to say this. To Amira's story in the beginning, this is a common. It's common. So don't like. I'm very happy that you decided to share this story because, we deal with some weird shit. You feel me? And like bleeding nonstop. Like I've been there. I damn near am there now. No, thank God it's actually slowed down, but I've been there. So yeah, take care of your body. Go see somebody if you need to. Take your herbs and spices for sure. Them roots are real, okay? So tap into that.
Eat your vegetables.
And go ahead and fly them planes or take a road trip. Here we go.
And that's it. Way to sum us up.
Live your life.
Thank you. I know that's right. Well, since you was already talking, go ahead and continue to flap them gums, baby, because it's music moments.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
What we listening to?
Tell us what to listen to while we on these flights or on this road trip.
No, for real. What are we listening to? So yeah, this moment, music moment is a bit different. Not really, but you know, I'll be sharing my gem right now, and then two of our podcaster people, friends, sisters, all that good stuff. Will be sharing.
Oh Lord.
These are the niggas I be talking to.
Okay. My dogs. They'll be sharing their jams. And then check out social media because you'll see like the list of the ones that I'm listening to. It's about 5 of them. But yeah, so right now, yeah, there's this one song. It's called "Good Times" by Rampa. Okay, yeah.
Tell us. Make sure you tell us what you like about it or what you think about it.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah,
if you watch on YouTube, you can see, guys.
Yeah, if you can see it, watch it, please. Or listen to it. This song is a upbeat house type electronic jam song. I recently heard it on Pandora. Shout out to Pandora. I said this last season. Pandora is that girl.
She's the girl.
Period.
Yeah.
When it comes to a playlist, she does a really good job. Yeah, give her claps and her flowers.
Yes.
So yeah, this song popped up, and I woke up at like 5 a.m. I've been going to the gym early, but this time I went to I was up early to go to my nail appointment, and I was tired, very tired, and this song came on, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, this shit. It just very euphoric, very get the heart rate up. And then the name just called Good Times. Rampa also, like, I've been following him and this one creator named And Me. They kind of work together. And whenever I have to like clean my room, I got my depression room, I put on their station on Pandora, and it's just like instrumentals. It's the house instrumentals, house electronic, and that is what kind of keeps my focus. Because of the steady beats and the steady like rhythmic flows. And then I have this shit on loud with these headphones I currently have on. So everything, all the thoughts, all of that, it's just tuned out because all I'm hearing is keep going, keep picking up the next step, clean it up, get it done. And yeah, this song is lit. This song is so lit, y'all. I damn near was doing like 100 on the express with this one. Don't do that.
And let's get into it on that note. Let's get into it.
Hey. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is my playlist.
It's giving tribal,
That's
okay?
lit.
For real.
That's it.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
it. That's
Add that to my playlist.
It's like 7 minutes long, so it's great.
Oh,
Go get on the elliptical and bust it out.
Yeah. This one of them do a line, get to going.
Oh, not a line.
No, for real. House music is literally the best. At this point, it's don't say nothing to me. Let's just get into the music and just vibe.
That's it. So we have Marina with a jam as well. She'll be featuring. So what you listening to, sister?
Yeah. So Risha, we're not gonna be able to pull this up. That's Courtney's.
Yeah, that's
actually Courtney. You go.
Okay.
You go.
No. It's cool. Hold on. It's cool. No, we can go in order.
Okay. The song that I have is actually from a project and an artist named They. Period. I don't know how you say it. I'm just gonna say they because that's what it looks like, and it's called Rotation. It's a really short project called Love Jones. It came out on February 14th, and one of my homies sent it to me, and I was like, "This is good." For me, it's a no skips project all the way into the last 2 tracks. And this is just my favorite song on here because, you know, I listen to stuff and get in my dancer bag every once in a while, at least in my head, because it's just a lot of energy to put it on my body. But yes, this is Rotation by They.
Okay.
They nice and stand past this. Close up, they can throw it smooth. Grip tight like a belly move. Baby, you been on my mind. They nice, so you know what I'm on. Pull up, I ain't gotta stay long. All night, we be playing my song. Keep that in rotation. Keep that in rotation.
Hey. That's nice.
Yeah, I know what playlists that go on. But
Body
that's that
Roll.
song. You hear me? Look, a little bit of this, okay? So yeah,
Wow.
listen to the project if y'all can. It's really good. It's not all like that kind of vibe, but it's like, it's good. It's real good.
That's what's up. Okay, we got one more coming. The one that I accidentally shared before.
Go ahead, twin. And you're green like me.
Come on. Okay, so this is Love Me Not by Raven Lenae, and I had come across this post and it was like going through Raven Lenae's history. So she's a Chicago girly.
She's
so
good.
very
I love her.
sultry. But so when I heard this song, I was like, this is like an interesting sound. I don't know if it's her sound. I didn't listen to anything before that, but I was like, I fucking love this. And so just like seeing all of her discography and then listening to this, I was like, this is so good. So this is recently added to my playlist.
See right now, I need you, I'll meet you somewhere now. You up now, I see you, I get you. Take care now, slow down, be cool, I miss you. Come here now, it's yours now. Keep it, I'll hold out until now. I need you right now. Once I leave you, I'm strung out. If I get you, I'm slowly breaking down. And no, it's hard to see you, but I wish you were right here. Oh, it's hard to leave you when I get you everywhere. All this time I'm thinking we could never be a pair. Oh, no, I don't need you, but I miss you, come here. And oh, it's hard to see you, but I wish you.
I like that.
Yeah, it was just like fun and
That's different.
I don't know. Yeah, it is.
I
Right?
see what you mean.
Sounds like what's her name? Corinne Bailey Rae?
Yeah.
Or something like that. You know,
okay.
it's very cute, it's very airy, it's very fun. We deserve that.
Yeah, it
know
made
what
me
I
feel like
mean?
I was shopping at H&M.
That's
know?
exactly
Yes.
what it is.
Yes.
It's TJ Maxx music, and I mean that positively.
Yeah,
When they used to
that was
have
no tea,
that,
no shade.
you know, those slightly poorly made name brand shirts, which we needed.
You okay?
Those of us who
They serve their purpose.
those
They
of us
really did.
who could use a slightly misshapen pair of Converses.
You know, I just seen somebody else say the other day, sometimes those products be like, you don't know what kind of elements the products were exposed to in transport before they make it to like them stores. But child, we don't know what kind of elements we exposed to half the time in general.
Yeah.
You know.
Dang. Well, thank you so much, Groovy Tasia, aka DJ Tay Wills, for the music moments, and thank you all girlies for your submissions as well. Let's get to the meat and to the potatoes of the show. I know y'all been waiting. So what we're talking about this week is about to get black. Okay? Cue the music. This is for the niggas, strictly for the niggas. So for those of you who really love us, who are not black and listen to this show, you're welcome to stay. But this message, this public service announcement is for niggas. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, what I would like to talk about today actually is there's just been so much imagery out there in regards to black pride, black nationalism, black patriotism, which is a crazy thing to say in a sentence. And I just really want to hear y'all's feedback and thoughts about what's going on. So my first question to y'all is, what do you think is being accomplished with the displays of black patriotism that we've seen recently? So examples would be like Beyonce performing her Cowboy Carter discography at the damn football game, and also, you know, Kendrick's performance kind of at the Super Bowl. Like, what are y'all thinking? I know that was a big question.
Why me and Reese had the same reaction? Yeah, maybe we should
Because
have like
what's crazy is
toe in
like
the water first.
Sorry.
I helped come up with this question, and here I am, like, you know, I really Okay.
Okay.
So
let me take it a step back.
No, I got it. Because
okay.
I'm gonna just break it down to its most simple I mean, what's being accomplished is what's actually happening, right?
Like, by definition,
a lot of people are buying into the idea that this is a way that we can, you know, assert cultural power, you know, gain quote unquote victories as a community. I don't think that I'm reaching by saying that there are people who think that.
Not at all.
I think that it is, to an extent, you know, operating as some sort of galvanization point, you know, like something between the Kamala run and what's happening with this. It just kind of seems like this attempt to like keep African American, keep Black people within a certain type of thought or connection or feeling to this imagery, and I think it's accomplishing that. I also think it's prompting these type of discussions, which is maybe an unintended effect of these type of things, but we all know that they don't really be thinking about shit when they be doing it. I think it's making money.
Top of the ladder.
I think it's clearly making money. And we're all a part of it, whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
I just want to take it a step back real quick, because I just wanted to, maybe I should have started with what y'all's opinions were on both of those performances, because a lot of critiques, well, I wouldn't even say critiques, a lot of observations have been like, oh, these performances were cousins. Like, did y'all understand what's been happening? And I'm like, oh, okay, sure, cousins, maybe. So I'm like, what has been y'all thought process on seeing this? Because I know on the surface level, it's obviously entertainment, but for some Black people, these performances mean so much more. And I want to know what it means to y'all, but also, do you feel like it's accomplishing anything as far as the bigger question, at least for me, is it accomplishing anything towards the liberation of Black people? That's really what I want to talk about.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to use Beyonce specifically because I didn't watch the Kendrick performance. I think what she is trying to tell us, I'm going to go see him in April, so I don't need to see that. And I don't watch football, and I'm not going to fake watch football. Actually, I did with Beyonce. Okay, so back to Beyonce, because I'm lying on myself.
Ooh, the reneging is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. I think she wants us to think that it at the core of America is Blackness and Black culture, and we built this country for free. And so it's kind of like when people be like, nigga, is me taking back the word. I feel like that's what Beyonce's trying to accomplish, especially with her Southern roots as a Texan. Like, I'm taking back the flag, I'm taking back our colors. Like, I feel like that's what maybe
genre.
Yeah, I'm taking back the genre, because all of that is Blackness at its core, or founded on the Black of Blackness. What I'm seeing is, though, capitalism, like, and I'm seeing greed. I'm not seeing those things, and it's pissing me off
on a level unprecedented. And is this the time for that?
And it's not.
No!
And it's like, read the fucking room, bitch. I don't care if you're trying to leave your husband or you're trying to separate your money. Like,
I don't care if you need to pay off that house. I don't care, girl.
Like, his bills, like your house, like you trying to retire after at 3, like whatever the fuck you're doing, bitch. A, you're already rich, so sit the fuck down. B,
somebody had to say it.
It's just greed. And here's the thing, I'm still gonna support her. I bought tickets. Like, I'm not even gonna fucking hold you. Like, it's an internal conflict for me.
You got Cowboy Carter tickets?
I did. I got 2 seats in Atlanta for $280.
Rich bitch.
Which night?
No, $280. I spent more on Kendrick for both 2 seats.
Wow.
Now they are nosebleeds. That's all I was willing to give her. Is what my point is. I wasn't. I'm not. All I was willing to give her was the nosebleed, tip of the top, at the actual cost of the tickets. I wasn't buying resale unless it was the day before.
Maybe I should do that.
It's Atlanta maybe night. It's night one. I don't have anybody to go with, so if somebody wants to come,
yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Meet me in Atlanta. But
when is it?
July.
Offline.
What did we just talk about?
We're gonna take it offline.
We'll take it offline. But anyway, that's all I say is like it's really a conflict for me because I did just give that bitch my money, but I gave her the bare minimum. But also that's not what I'm seeing, and I she did finally read the room at that one point when she put off the announcement,
just once.
But like that wasn't enough for me, bitch. Just you know what's going on in the world and on social media, and if you don't, you have a fucking team. So please, just like read the room better. You're releasing too much.
That lady might listen to this podcast. When I tell you. If there's one thing I know about Beyonce from being a fan this long and like being, tapped into what was going on with her music and her creativity and her online fan base, that lady is on the internet. Mm-hmm. We know that at this point. If how would she do the dance with the girl? You know what I'm talking about.
Savage. I'm a savage.
No, the one to two hands to heaven.
Oh, I don't know that one. Oh, the Drea Kelly?
Mm-hmm.
I'm screaming.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. What about you, Marina? What do you think? What happens to you when you see these things?
Like my twin here, I get conflicted, right? Because on one end, let me also say, we're definitely posting this. I'm gonna talk about raising a fire on the internet. Anyway,
I remember you was conflicted.
Choosing your influence. Timely. I'm sorry, the Poncho's gonna start coughing the minute I start talking. On one end, like my sis, I think that I am always amazed by how deaf artists can be. Like Palestine was an ongoing thing for more than a year in this iteration of it, right? But there was not a singular mention of that, right? Regardless of whatever the accolades are this lady has achieved, whatever foundations or charities she's created, there was not a singular mention of that, and that was a very relevant thing. And I don't know because it's an international affair. I don't know. I ain't getting into all that. So I think that the deafness is what bothers me. The whiskey, the perfume, the concert, the second concert, the hair care,
all of it.
We are
the necklace.
Struggling.
Sorry if y'all missed that this week.
I did miss that.
The necklace.
A lot of us are really struggling, and I don't think that many of us have taken the time to really explore, even think about, understand our connection to capitalism, and how that monster runs on the fact that we will drain ourselves dry to get access to or have these experiences or get close to be in the rooms with the people that we love because we don't know them. And I think that right in one box, but on the other box, I also want to let people enjoy things, right? If you want to be a little dense or whatever you want to call it, and you want to go to the concert, you want to buy the whiskey, you want to do all that shit, feel free, enjoy things, right? But it gets too far to me when it's like, she's a revolutionary.
She's not.
Where?
She's a capitalist, right? And many of us play into that system. I'm not saying that like I'm just like, fuck Amazon, fuck Target. I ain't there yet. I'm working on it, but I ain't there yet, right? Many of us play into that system. So
does it accomplish anything for?
Oh yes, back to the original question.
To see her in that capacity potentially.
So back to the original question, I do think that it does do something, right? And I don't have like quantitative data for you to say these many people have now joined the revolution as of Beyonce's performance, and these many people have joined the revolution now of Kendrick's performance, right? But it starts these conversations, which I think is what an artist is supposed to do. Artists are supposed to create things that are controversial. They're supposed to say the things that aren't being said. They're supposed to push the envelope. They're supposed to make you, use the cells that are in your brain, right? So what Beyonce and Kendrick are doing, they are putting our stories on a different platform and giving us things to think about and talk about, like discussions like these, right, within our houses and our homes. But also giving the general public something to talk about, right? Like I do think that there were really powerful symbols in Kendrick's performance, but to be like, this is revolutionary again, it's capitalism, right? Not to say that capitalist actions can't contribute to revolution, right? I don't have any ideas for that.
Well, let's talk about that, because there was Courtney didn't watch the halftime performance, but there was a protest that I do want to highlight. And I hate that I don't have the young man's name, but we will add his information. I know he's done some interviews since then, kind of explaining his position, so we'll make sure to plug that. But he was there as like an extra, as a part of the performance, and you know, he said he felt compelled to make a statement about the ongoing crises in Sudan and Palestine, and use that opportunity to put a light on it, even if it's just, you know, somebody Googling, you know, what's going on in Sudan, and that he felt compelled to do that because of his faith and things like that. So like Marina said, it can provide an opportunity, but I feel like we came out of it talking about everything within that context, talking about everything except for the one thing that somebody, I mean, he put himself at great risk to do this. He said he thought he might get shot. He could have faced charges. He didn't know what was going to happen. So let's actually spend the time calling the things that are the things, you know.
Yeah, and I think that, like you said, oftentimes what he did is left out of the conversation. Like, revolution, I just have so many thoughts, I can't contain them all. But even Kendrick saying like the revolution will not be televised, like actually taking that excerpt from, I forgot the guy's name.
Gil Scott Heron.
Taking that excerpt and kind of changing the meaning of it. Even going back to that, like that quote was birthed out of the fact that him saying like the revolution starts in your mind, right? So it does start with these kind of conversations. It does start with seeing that art piece and challenging how you see something, right? Like it, in some ways it does start that like that, but the real true act of resistance, I think, was in the guy who ran across, literally risked his life to hold up the Palestinian and Sudan flag. Like, I can't even imagine what that feels like, right? And I can't say that I can't say for sure that an artist like Kendrick or Beyonce are in those same ranks, right? They're not taking the same risk. Kendrick's show was viewed more than Michael Jackson's halftime show.
That's
Michael
crazy.
Fucking Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, there's still capital to be gained. But I am always grateful for an artist to use that platform to do that. But also, I also think about the fact that we ain't never satisfied. If he would have did it, if he did as he did it, we would still say it's not enough. If he didn't do it, we would say, why didn't you do it?
No, and this is why my position on it is that we need to let, and this was another question that Amira and I potentially had, is like, what is celebrities' place within the, like, is there even a place for them? Or should we just be doing, like you said, like looking at that art as what it is and remaining in a subjective relationship with it? Like, I think you made such a great point earlier about not really, and this is because we are intentionally kept from having the time to do it, but we really don't get an opportunity to sit and think about what we're doing and how our actions are actually impacting other people in a lot of situations, or how much of what we're doing is just out of habit and not even because we want to. So if you can't even examine your relationship as it relates to your participation in a capitalist system, how are you going to separate yourself from that feeling that it gives you to like a Beyonce song? Because I don't know about y'all, but I was 6 years old the first time I heard a Beyonce song. Like, that's a long time to fight to come out of and being like, oh, okay, well, maybe this has a bigger affect than just me, you know, jumping.
Jumping.
Okay, Marina found it. Thank you. His name is Zul Karnane Nantambu. That's a beautiful name, brother.
It is.
Forgive us if we butchered it, but I'll make sure to find that interview he did. But much props to you. Much props to you.
I would say, damn, I had a thought and it left me. It's gone. But I think that I love that we're even having this conversation because, like you said, Reach, we don't take time to dissect, right? I ain't seen shit about this Kendrick performance in my timeline in the last probably like 5 days, right? This did last longer than I thought it would. Like, people were making slides and talking about all the, what does Serena's crip walking really mean? And what did the headline game over? And then we were in the game and the Great American Game. Like, I will say too, like, I don't want this to come off as like finger waggy ever, right? If you have just entered or awakened or whatever you want to call it, thank you. I'm glad you're here, right? Because we were all there at some point, right? We were all at some point babies to what's happening in this world outside of us. So if this did spark something within you and made you become more interested in your history or researching or whatever, I'm happy. And I think that that's what this art should do. It should bring people in. I just don't want us to go as far. I just don't want us to reach too far and give people too much. Personally,
and we do that, and God, a lot of that has to do with religious conditioning. But because at the end of the day, like you said, nobody can come save us. If Kendrick had got up there and said anything, it would have just been one person taking one step. Would it be nice? Yeah, but it would be nice if a lot of things happen. I mean, that's just kind of is what it is. And we can do this. Like, we have proof of actual revolutionaries. Like, we have a whole, well, we've lost some of them, but there are Black scholars everywhere you turn. Find somebody that's actually
that's the good point, Rish.
There's so much good going on of artists trying to further things to the community, heal the community, and they're actually saying it though. I think with everything that's going on and in the environment that we're living in, it's not time for subliminal messaging. Like, you're either going to say it or you're not going to say it. And we should be able to make a decision based off that. You can't project what you want Kendrick to say onto Kendrick. I think that's what's happening, instead of just looking at, like you said, Marina, dissecting the symbolism. Like, okay, it says game over and it means game over. You're taking game over and you're turning it into an America will crumble. No,
in 36 days, because he had 36 seconds of the song when he put that on there. You think they would have
aired that?
That's the other thing, baby. Right? Like, for me, is it revolutionary if it's approved? Right? This shit wasn't on a wing. This wasn't on a whim. It was like, this is how much you can say. This is how much you can do. This is what we'll give you. Right? But to your other point, Rish, I would say, if you are new to this, or you have a fire ignited in you, please don't go recreate the wheel. There are people that have been doing revolutionary work, that have been doing boycotting, that have been using their platforms and social media, that have been using their bodies, their wealth, their minds to expand and get us closer to liberation. You don't have to recreate the wheel. You don't have to say, I'm going to lead a protest. Just go study, go learn, and figure out where you can best use what you got. Okay. You don't got to be the person that creates another liberation organization. We don't need any. I promise you, we don't. We need your brain to go and
look up that 5013C paper.
Don't start no fucking nonprofit. Okay. Go and find where your skills can best be used within your community. Okay? Please. I'm begging you. Anyway, I've been yapping for quite a while.
Period.
Disconnected, do you have anything?
I'm screaming, not disconnected.
The fact that I can understand that that's your name now.
Hey, just disconnected. No, y'all kind of hit the most points. I think the conversation I saw, like, on Facebook, a lot of people didn't like it. Some people loved it. When I had my conversations with some of my clients, I really said I enjoyed it because I enjoyed the album. So
that too.
It was really that. Like, I enjoyed it because I enjoyed the album, the symbolism, the the meanings, the metaphoric, woos and wahs that went through it. I thought y'all hit it on the head pretty much. And then also it's just perspective, like game over. It's either game over, America's crumbled, game over, Drake is game over, game over, the show is over, the Eagles won. You know what I mean? Like it's all perspective.
Game over, the spirits are coming down and it's just too much.
Yeah, it's just so much talk, and I'm just like, I like how y'all said, like, what did you gain from it? And, like, how can you make that, like, your revolutionary? You know what your revolution. Like, what can you do locally or it's for yourself? Shit. Like, oh, does this inspire me to, I don't know, like, pride? I don't know. I thought it was, like, a sense of pride. Like, this is some cool shit. Yeah, we run this shit. You feel me? Like, but then at the same time, it's like, all right,
okay, but I have a question for you, Tasia, and I'm so glad you said that because this is what I actually want to talk about.
Yeah, go ahead.
What does it mean if we as Black Americans, right? What if all the rumors are true, and what if America runs on niggas? What does that actually mean?
What you mean if?
No. I'm not saying if we work for free and all that. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying if what people are talking about is true, if our cultural capital and expertise and talent and if our gifts,
and our literal bodies
and our actual flesh, if this is what keeps it going, if this is what pushes it to Kendrick to have his first #1 in the UK. If that's because of us, or if we're pushing what we're saying right now, we're investigating the ways that this contributes to global capitalism, right? So what does it actually mean if that's true?
It means we can shut this shit down. No, for real.
Like that ass.
We have the power. Like it's like
it means that power. We did get our powers December 21st, 2 years ago.
Eureka!
What does it really like, mean if this place
we
needs
have our
us?
money, okay, Target, forget, like if we use Target, right? Target is now like they're showing this a decline. People are really like, I'm not going to Target. So there's power in the dollar. You feel me? Like it's power in our money. Like you can choose to stop. Like although you feel so small sometimes, not you, me, I sometimes feel like, well, what can I do? Shit. But like, I can do a lot. Like, I can take the next step. I don't have to go to Target for my shea butter. I'm going to Birdsong. Shout out to Birdsong in Milwaukee, okay? They just relocated. It's beautiful. It's a shop off of MKE, but they have like shea butter. They have like African prints. It's like a big black. Like they got the oils, the essential oils. It's an oil shop. That's what it is. It's an oil shop, and they just relocated. But anyway, like we used to get our shea butter from Target. Now we get it from there. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a little bit more, but like that's the power I have, right? That's the power I have to relocate. I don't have to be at these big businesses. I could stop somewhere. So I don't know. I think it's just like a reminder, like you're in control, okay? Like although we have system oppressions, yes, those are real, and it's not to say that it's not. And like, yeah, some shit is just like, damn, I really can't get up out of this shit. But there are some aspects where you can see the joy, right? There are some aspects where it's like, I can reclaim my power. I can reclaim my time. I can reclaim my resources. I can reclaim my mind. Like, and yeah, that's all I got.
Come on now.
Fair.
Reclaim.
Reclaiming my time. and I'm not gonna get too spooky ooky before we get into the affirmation. But when Amira and I had this conversation initially 2 days ago, that's the exact conclusion that we came to. Like, this could not have gone any better.
Period. And you know,
wow.
We are our kings.
Well, that's it.
We used to be kings and queens.
Well,
I mean, like, yeah, for real.
you heard the
Do you
girls.
see
We're
my
wrapping it up.
skin? Do you see my motherfucking skin, G? You feel me? I'm gold, baby. Y'all want to be me.
Solid.
But I ain't me. You feel me? I'm solid to the core, man. I love being black. I love being black. At the end of the day, I love it, G. I love it
being
to the
gang
core. You feel me? And y'all mad. And that's what it is. Y'all
And they're
mad.
gonna stay
be
mad.
mad.
We know that.
Hoes be mad. And it's
That's
funny.
what it is.
It really is.
Why you hating from the outside of the club when you can't even get in?
Yeah. And y'all,
Okay.
ooh, could never break a real nigga like me, okay?
Period.
Never.
Period. Well, let's go ahead and wrap it up. The affirmation, as per usual, is always on point and on time. So this week's affirmation, damn, you can't even see it. Nope.
No.
Well,
You
the
gotta put your
card
hand
says
behind
do your
it.
hand,
Put
put
it
your hand
closer,
behind
yeah.
it like this.
like the
Give us the
influencers.
Vanna White. The Vanna White.
Oh.
No, that didn't work. That's worse.
No.
Okay, you can kind of see it right
We
here.
gon' no. We gonna upload it. We
freaky.
gonna
Okay.
snap a pic. We gonna upload
Freaky
it.
as
It
hell.
says accountability. So let me go
That's
ahead
why
and read that.
God didn't want that to be shown.
Lies. So the card says you can always hit pause, you know. This is a call to take a step back and rethink your daily habits and practices. Are they serving you? Are they bringing you peace? You're the one in control of what you do. Take accountability for your actions. Reflection allows you to make the kind of practical changes that create ripples throughout all aspects of your life. Your growth is key. Stay focused, baby, and be intentional. Lock in.
Yeah, all I heard was lock
lock
in.
in. Lock in on yourself. Lock in on your people. Lock in on
That's
your
it.
culture. You feel me?
Period.
That's it.
Stand for something or fall for everything.
Well, come on, Pastor. Well, that was the end of our episode. We love y'all. Stay locked in. Be accountable to your people. Be accountable to yourself. And we'll see y'all whenever we see y'all next. Bi-weekly, right?
niggas.
Yeah.
See y'all later.
Bye. Love you.
Y'all.